Thank you so much. We had the pleasure of working with Mr. Hughes in the afternoons on Mondays, and he came in to talk to us about tone color, rhythm, harmony, and we took those musical skills and translated the Big Orange Splot by Daniel Pinkwater, learning how to talk with music. Thank you.
Mr. Plumbean lived on a street where all the houses were the same. He liked it that way. So did everyone else on Mr. Plumbean's street. This is a neat street, they would say. Then one day, a seagull flew over Mr. Plumbean's house and spilled a can of orange paint right over Mr. Plumbean's house. Dun, dun. Ooh, too bad, everyone said. Mr. Plumbean will have to paint his house again. The neighbors got tired of seeing that big orange spot. The next day, the people said, Plumbean has gushed his muss, lost his marbles, and slipped his hawser. They decided they would pretend not to notice. Finally, they asked the man who lived next door to Mr. Plumbean to go and have a talk with him. Tell him that we all like to hear before he trains his house. Tell him that his house has to be the same as ours so we can have a neat street. The man went to see Mr. Plumbean that evening. They sat under the palm trees drinking lemonade and talking all night long. Early the next morning, the man went out to get lumber and rope and nails and paint. Then one by one, they went to see Mr. Plumbean late at night. They would sit under the palm trees and drink lemonade and talk about their dreams. And whenever anybody visited Mr. Plumbean's house, that very next day, that person would set about changing his own house to fit his dreams. Whenever a stranger came to the street of Mr. Plumbean and his neighbors, that stranger would say, "This is not a neat street." Then all the people would say,